And we had an amazing time yesterday, still on social skills. Yesterday, we completed the social skills for the month of July. And our Pacesetter Foundational Program is holding tomorrow. I'm so excited. How many of you are excited? Tomorrow is the grand finale. The Pacesetter Foundational Program will be holding tomorrow. It's such an amazing time to be alive. Seeing a lot of persons register for this program with high hope, with anticipation that they are going to get their desired breakthrough. Thank you for joining today. And today we have an amazing topic: the 7 silent mistakes keeping your special needs child stuck. The 7 silent mistakes keeping your special needs child stuck. Let me charge this thing. The 7 silent mistakes keeping your special needs child stuck, even if you are doing everything right. Even if you are doing everything right. One thing I want you to know is that, have you ever looked at your child and wondered, I am paying, I am praying, I'm paying for therapy, I am trying difficult approaches. Why does it still feel like nothing is happening? Why does it still feel like we are not making the progress as I hoped for? How many of you are feeling that way? Why does it feel like I am not making progress, or my child is not making progress as I hoped for? If you have ever felt that way, you are not alone. Know that you are not alone. Today isn't about blaming parents. We are not here to do blame games. In fact, I believed most parents of special needs children are doing the very best they can. Oh yes, I think they are doing the very best they can with the information that they have. I believe they are doing the best they can with the information they have. But sometimes it's not about working harder. It is about seeing what may have been overlooked. It is not about working harder. It might be seeing what may have been overlooked. Today I will share 7 silent mistakes that can slow progress. 7 silent mistakes that can slow progress. These are patterns I have observed and I have seen over the years with working with families through my own journey. These are patterns I have seen and have observed over the years with working with parents and even on my own journey. One thing is that the encouraging news is that you can see this and recognize them is that you are making progress. That you are saying it and you can recognize them is that you are making so much progress, because it starts with what you can see. It starts with what you even know, because you cannot help from assumption. You cannot help from the place of ignorance. It starts with knowledge. It starts with being aware. It starts with being informed. If you don't know, you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know how to help your child. So that place of awareness, that place of knowledge is the best place. And today we are just going straight into the business of the day. We are talking about mistake number 1: looking for one magic solution instead of a whole picture approach. Looking for one magic solution instead of a whole picture approach. You know, a lot of persons, what is the thing that is working now? What did they say we should try now? What is it that if I just do? Some persons come to me, during counseling, and they're like, oh, what is that thing? When I just use it, my child, I'll just look for that stuff. My child will just be all right. What's that miracle supplement? What's that? There is no magic wand anywhere. There is no magic wand anywhere. It is committing to the process. It is committing to the process, and it is staying true to the process. It is not it is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You will not just get it. Like yesterday, we talked about that you step on one staircase upon another. You can't enter the staircase. You put your feet on one and you want to jump to the 7th stairs. No. It's one step upon another, line upon line, precept upon precept, here and there. It's very important. Mistake number 1 is looking for one magic solution instead of a whole approach, instead of a whole picture approach. Instead of a whole picture approach, because many parents, they are hoping one therapy, one supplement, one diet, one doctor, one program will change everything. Children are complex. Communication, learning, behavior, sleep, nutrition, health, family routines, emotional support, and education all interact. They all interact. Instead of asking, what is the one thing that will fix my child? Ask, what combination of support does my child need right now? Instead of asking, what is the one thing that will fix my child? Rather ask, what is the combination of support that can help my child? What is that combination of support that my child needs right now? Because progress often comes from small improvements working together. It comes from small improvements working together, not just one magic solution, not just one, what do you call it, miracle supplement, not just one miracle meal, not one miracle therapy or one miracle intervention plan. No, it is from a combination of support. It's from a combination of different approaches, different support systems. It is not just one approach. So you need to settle this so that you won't get yourself overwhelmed for nothing, so that you won't get yourself worried and you get tired. Like I always say, joy is needed for this journey. You need to wear that garment of joy. You need to wear that garment of saneness. You need your mental health intact. Not looking for one drastic means that will make you just do one thing today, tomorrow you just see that it's not like that. That does not mean that miracle doesn't happen. God is a miracle worker, and is in his prerogative. God is a miracle worker, and in his prerogative to decide. He said, I will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. So why waiting for God to do that which you are desiring for your child? Why waiting for God to do that which you are believing for your child? Walk in the process. Follow the steps. Follow what he has laid down. Walk as much as close to nature, close to what God has ordained for that child. Instead of looking for one miracle, one sharp intervention that will just make you not to do the work. No. Number 2 is measuring progress only by milestones. Measuring progress only by milestones. Parents often look for full conversations. They often look for perfect behaviors. They often look for top academic performance. The child is taking first in classes, is the best in numeracy, the best in literacy. They just want that top academic performance. But progress is frequently built from smaller gains. Progress also is built from smaller gains. Better eye contact, better one more instruction, following that instruction, following one more instruction, sleeping more consistently. That can be a game changer. Sleeping more consistently, fewer meltdowns, Try new food, because some children with special needs are chronic picky eaters. And from there, they will be lacking in so many vital nutrients. They will be lacking in so many things that will help them thrive. They will be lacking in so many things that will help their brain formation. So it could be trying new foods. That is a miracle on its own. A child that is not eating fruits, is not eating vegetables, is not eating good nuts, seeds, protein is lacking. The child will be anemic, low in iron. That's why some children on the spectrum are so low in iron, calcium, so are low in zinc and magnesium. So when they are picky eaters, it becomes difficult to even get them these nutrients. So taking new food is a miracle on its own. Using one additional word or gesture is something to be celebrated. So celebrate these steps, celebrate them. Celebrate these steps. It is something worthy of celebration. You need to celebrate it, because they often become the foundation for larger breakthroughs. They become the foundation. You see, one more instruction: eye contact, maintaining eye contact, staying still, maintaining attention, having that focus and attention, concentration. These are great miracles, and they are the foundations upon which you'll be seeing that big things. You might not see this one, so you need it. You need it. So you celebrate it instead of waiting for that big breakthrough. You just want it to be so loud. You just want it to be that the child is just communicating freely. If they are having, maybe they had 50 words and they are now having 200 words, that's a great testimony. So you need to celebrate this. Number 3, comparing your child to someone else. I always say this every time. Do not compare. Comparing steals hope. That hope you're having to just be stealing it because you are busy looking at another person. It's like somebody, a farmer farming on his farm. Instead of him to pay attention to what he's doing in his farm, he's busy looking at his neighbor's farm. He's looking at what is planted there. Instead of him to cultivate his own, clear out the weeds, clear out the weed and make it a nourishing environment for the plants to grow. He's busy checking on his neighbor own, seeing how his neighbor is doing his own, seeing what is happening in his neighbor's farm. His own farm will not blossom. His own flower will not flourish and bring that harvest that he's looking for. He's busy looking at another place because the grass is always greener on the other side. That one thing I want you to know, dear parents. Don't underestimate and don't undermine that which God is doing in your own family. Don't undermine that which God is doing in your child's life, because the grass is always greener on the other side. I always tell parents this, that if you have opportunity to still, let's say, exchange children, you might end up carrying your own. You will find out that your own is even better for you. You will end up carrying your own. You will realize that your own is better for you instead of wishing for another person. So focus on the one that God has given you. Pay attention instead of asking, why is my child still like this? Why is my child not doing this? Because every child develops at a different pace and has different strength. Child A might have strength in this. Why child B might have another strength? You might be focusing on the strength that child B have, not knowing that there is a strength in child A that is not in child B. So they have different strengths, likewise different challenges. They have different strengths, likewise different challenges. As they're having different strengths, that's how they have different challenges. We have different talents, different potentials. Where one is good, the other might not be good there. So you need to celebrate the child's uniqueness and work with that child. So instead of asking, why is my child like this? Ask, is my child making progress? Compared to where they were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, the best thing to measure your child with is where that child was 6 months ago. The best person to measure your child with is your child. Don't measure your child with another child. Ask yourself, with the way this child is today, comparing to 6 months ago, is he doing better or is he regressing? Because sometimes these children regress. Is he doing better or is regressing? So you know where to pay attention until you know what to do. So the most meaningful comparison is with your child. Comparison with his own or her own journey. Not with another child, not with Mama Emeka's child, not with Mama Philip's child. Focus on your own child. Pay attention to the progress and note every step down. You will know, okay, this, we've attained this. This is the next stage we are working on. Oh, we have attained this. We need to work on this now. That is very important. Number 4 is expecting professionals to carry the entire load. Many parents make mistake in this aspect. Expecting professionals to carry the entire load. I was once there. When I started this journey, this child is delayed. I employed up to 3 therapists and a lesson teacher. Many of you must have heard my story. You expect as this one is coming, doing the work, there won't be progress. Because the primary environment, the home, is where children learn the most. The primary environment is where the children learn the most, the home environment. They won't pick words more from the environment. That, see, my child was now taught how to speak in the robotic way. It's only that one that is taught in therapy that the child knew. Nothing else was built on that. If he's told, how are you? Fine. That's fine. He will make gesture. Fine. Till he grew. I started trying to make him unlearn that. He will not say fine until he do that. It became a struggle. It became a struggle till recently. If we want to do that has been taught, no meaningful conversation, no having real words, just monetizing what has been taught in therapy. So leaving the work for professionals alone is a mistake many parents make. Therapists, teachers, doctors, they play vital role. This can never be relegated to the background. They play vital role, but children spend more time at home than in therapy sections. Some places, some regions, it's one hour therapy per day. Some places even 2 hours a week they get. So can you compare that to the 22, 23 hours of therapy, time this child has with the parents at home? You can't compare that. So no matter how we are busy, everybody is busy, we are all working, we are all having our businesses, we are career men and women. We need to develop this time. Create it, just look for a time to carve out that time. Carve it out from your busy schedule and say, today, this is what I will do on a daily basis. It does not need to be in hours. Because most times when we set unrealistic goals, it overwhelms us. Most times when we set unrealistic goals, when we set goals that are not achievable, we set goals that become very big and we cannot even surmount that goals. We need to set realistic goals. Set realistic goals you can follow. 15 minutes every day will matter more than setting 6 hours goals that you cannot even do more than once a week. 30 minutes goals is much more important than setting 6 hours goals you cannot fulfill. Stop setting because you have heard one story, motivations are everywhere. Motivation will keep you for that day, but it's not motivation that will make you go on. Motivation will fade. You need the discipline. You need the vision. You need the energy. You need that drive to carry through. Motivation can only carry you for a while. That is why you need to sit down by yourself. Plan, look at your family curriculum. Look at your family structure. Look at how it is with your family. Do not see. I always say it. The methodology is different. The principles are the same. One person might have time in the morning to work with the child before school. Probably they sleep early. Imagine someone sleeping by 7:38 and these children are awake as early as 5:30, which they have still slept for 10 hours. And is able to work 30 minutes with the child before the child goes to school. Yours might not be, your own family dynamics might not be that. You might not be able to have that luxury of time to give to that child 30 minutes before school. Yours might be in the evening when you are back from work or your business place. And you're able to give that child 30 minutes to do one-on-one, do some home therapy, practice with that child, engage, connect deeply to make that child thrive before nighttime. Do bedtime stories. Like me, I go for evening walks with my children. I do a lot of things that helps at home. You're able to do this before you sleep. You can't say, my home must be in the morning. I must teach this child when they just finished sleeping to, the cool of the day. The evening is also good. Just follow what you can maintain. Just be consistent because consistency will beat intensity. Just follow. Don't set unrealistic goals. Don't set goals that you cannot measure up. Don't follow goals that you cannot meet up with. Don't set goals that you know that these are unrealistic because motivation will die. Motivation will dwindle. Motivation will not carry you through. So you need the discipline. You need to set up. And children On the spectrum, they thrive more on predictability. They thrive more on routines. They thrive more on this structure. So your structure must be in place. If you are to be giving that child food 5 o'clock, I know that in life, things happen. It's not what is drawn by an artist that you say, when you make mistake, you carry eraser, you erase it. No. It might be that you are not able to meet up 5 o'clock, at times it's 4:30 or at times it's 6 o'clock. But let it not be that every day, today you eat dinner by 5, next tomorrow you eat dinner by 10 p.m., the next day you eat dinner by 3 p.m. Don't let it be scattered, so they can also follow through and it will help them to thrive. So focus on your own goals. Focus on where you are going. Focus on your journey with your child. And don't leave the work for the professionals alone. That's the mistake number 4. Expecting professionals to carry the entire load. You will not make that much progress. But when professionals come, the parents do theirs, you see there is a combination of effort. That child will thrive more. But if it's that one that leaves the child to the therapist, where the therapist stops the previous day, that's when the therapist is coming to meet the next day, the progress won't be that remarkable. It won't be that evident like when every party is putting in their bits. The parents do their own home. Like I said, there are some things that the child will only pick from his primary environment, which is the home. There are some things that the child will only pick from the primary environment, which is the home, that he will not pick from the therapist table. Oh yes, there are some that he will pick only from that environment because they respond to pure love. They know when it's natural. The children don't even learn when you are forcing them. It's therapy time, or they see their therapist, they are fidgeting, they are afraid, they are hiding, they are misbehaving. But when it's like it's play, when it's like it's nothing, like they're not serious, it feels like that's why you do not take play with these children as something that is inconsequential. Play is very important. You are building the child's brain. The children grow when they play, they grow when they sleep. It is very, very important. Don't leave the job for the professionals alone to do. You won't make the progress you are looking for. There will be progress, quite all right, but it won't be better, it won't be faster like you would desire if you do your part. Don't leave it for the professionals alone, because children spend more time with their family. They spend more time at home than in therapy session, because simple routines at home, reading together, practicing communication during daily activities, encouraging play, building predictable routines like I've discussed, they make big difference over time. So parents are not expected to replace professionals anyways, but they are essential partners. They play a key role that no one can take. I can say this anywhere in the world. They play a key role that no one can take. They are placed in that child's life, no man can occupy. They are seats in that child's life, no man can sit on it. No man can take the place of the parents in the life of the child. So don't leave. The mistake number 4 is leaving the work for professionals alone to do. You won't see the progress you are looking for leaving the work for professionals to do. Have you seen the people, even our contemporary days and in the Bible days, you see a figure, like a parental figure, rising up to stand to say, this child that is having these challenges, I want to work. What about Ben Carson today? The mother stood to say, yes, I want to do this. The school couldn't do anything. They were already labeling him dullard, the worst in the class. There are a lot of instances like that the parents single-handedly took it upon herself to make sure that this child thrives, to homeschool their children. So there are a lot that can be done from your part. Don't leave everything to professionals alone to do. Number 5 is ignoring the basic support learning. That's number 5 mistake. Ignoring the basic support learning. Learning is influenced by many everyday factors. Many everyday factors, including sleep. So many people feel therapy, 6 hours, 10 hours. They just take away sleep. See, if you know how powerful, we have talked about sleep, I think that was last month. If you know how powerful sleep is, don't joke with your child's sleep. Do everything you can to make sure that child has at least minimum of 9 hours. for a school-age child, it should have at least minimum of 9 hours. It plays a great role in the brain formation. It plays a great role in the development of the child. Don't throw it away. You say sleep. Don't joke with the child sleep. So if the child is not sleeping well, that should cause you worry. That should make you do something to make sure that that child is sleeping through the night. Especially in a dark room. Don't let lights be on. Don't let lights be on in the room where the child is sleeping, so the child can get the benefit from that sleep. Let it be a dark and cold room, not a hot room. Let them be relaxed enough to sleep. Nutrition, don't take away nutrition. Physical activity. Some people feel play is wasting time. Oh, I got a lot of benefit from physical activity for my child. Bought trampoline, a lot of games, nature walks. Make sure this child, it helps the lymphatic system. It helps detox. A lot of people are looking for one detox thing, one detox supplement to buy. It helps in detox. Make this child engage in physical. That's why swimming, for instance, help. I do not subscribe to public pools because of chlorine. The chlorine, the skin is one of the biggest organ in the body. From chlorine, they are also injecting into their system, which is bad. And these children too, they might not be able to control their mouths. They might end up swallowing chlorine from the public pool. And it's not so healthy. Different people swimming in public pool at the same time. So, swimming is very important, especially if it's a private swimming pool. Make it a point of let them do water play. Let them do walk. There's something called grounding. Walking barefooted. It sends signals to the brain. It helps in the brain form. See, don't look at play like you are wasting time. If you've been doing that, please desist from me today. Play is very essential in helping these children thrive. Play is very essential in helping these children thrive. Opportunity to communicate, emotional security, and consistent routines. These don't just guarantee results, but they can create conditions that help children learn more effectively. Number 6 is giving up too soon because progress is slow. You see the foundation of the building, it is not seen by anyone. When it's done, it's not in one day. Meanwhile, it is the most important part of the building. It is what carries the entire building, but it is not seen. You need to pay attention to the foundation. And most times when you are working on the foundation, people are not seeing it. When you are doing the work, it might not be showing. But dear parents, don't think you are doing nothing. Don't think something is not happening because it's not just evident that the child is not talking like a chatterbot, it's not talking like a parrot. Don't feel nothing is happening because you are seeing that the child is not coming first in class. But meanwhile, if you know you are doing something on a daily basis, just keep at it. Because when it will happen, you will look back. There are some things that happen in the life of my child that were like, it seems like you don't even know when this land finally happened, when this land finally went away, when this finally came in. Because you are just busy doing the work. Many important changes happen gradually. Many important changes happen gradually. Sometimes parents don't even notice progress. They are living through it every day. They don't notice it because they're just living through it. Consider taking a notepad. That's why I always talk about journaling. I've talked about journal. Take it down. Always take note of it. Journaling or short video recordings every few months. Looking back, you see this, it can reveal growth to you. That something that wasn't obvious in the moment. Journal down every effort. Journal down every of your process. Journal down what you are doing part-time. It will help you keep track. So that even when you want to be ungrateful, you will look back and see that God is indeed faithful. And like I always tell people, if you thank God for his finger, you will see his hand. I shared that even yesterday. If you thank God for his finger, you will see his hand. As you are seeing this, this child was like this. Now it's like this. See how this child was in April. Now this is July, end it. See what is going on. Then number 7, losing hope. Because of time, we'll just rush away. The last one, number 7, losing hope. Perhaps the greatest obstacle is believing that nothing can change. You see this part. It just has a way of igniting something in me. Losing hope, feeling that nothing can change. In the course of people registering for this course, one person said the child is whether 9, and it's feeling like nothing can happen. I said 9, I am feeling there's so many milestones my child got at 9. Who told you chapter what verse what is it written that one this? Do you know what is called neuroplasticity? I started engineering that woman, teaching her that things can still happen, the brain can still rewire itself. Who told you that once this one? What about there is this popular guy I've seen that did not start talking until age 11. What will you say? But what does the book says? It's not supposed to be humanly possible. The child started talking at age 11. Now at whether 29 or so is the youngest professor. Who can beat that? Why do you cement a child by just the diagnosis? No child's destiny is written on his forehead. Don't give up. Don't just lose hope. It's feeling that nothing can happen because the child has gotten to this age. Early intervention is the best. Don't let anybody deceive you. But by intervention, you were able to start the time you're supposed to start before the child turned 2 or 3. You can still do something. It might take longer routes. It might take maybe a bit tougher process, but something can still happen. Don't give up and just feel that nothing can happen. No. God is too mindful of that child to just if you put in the work, you will see the results. God is a rewarder of those that diligently, look at that word, diligently seek him. If you put in the work, you will see the results. No matter what anybody is saying about that. I have proven this. Sometimes they'll say, if this child doesn't get this milestone, my child walked after them was born. There are so many things. And today, there is no trace, no clue that there was ever that was tiptoeing. There is no trace, no clue that this ever happened. See, some milestones can be gotten despite the age. Don't let that be your focus. Just be that, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I consistent in it? Or I'm doing today, I'm going on break for another 1 week and all that. That should be your focus. So hope doesn't mean expecting instant results. Hope means continuing to learn, adapt, celebrate progress, and support your child 1 day at a time. 1 day at a time. So today wasn't meant to make everyone feel guilty. It was meant to help you recognize areas where small changes may make a meaningful progress over time. If you identified with even one of these 7 mistakes, imagine what could happen if you had a practical framework for deciding what to focus on. Second and third, instead of feeling overwhelmed, that's exactly where we will begin tomorrow in the Pacesetter Foundational course. We're going to be breaking a lot of things down. We're going to be opening your eyes to certain things you never knew existed. And we're going to be giving you the framework, the strategies to work with. And it's coming with 7-day support. Just imagine that. Where will you get that? For how much? It's not even up to 1,000 naira a day. Come on now. Where will you get that? So we'll talk about how to create a strong foundation, prioritize the areas that matter most, and develop a practical roadmap you can apply to your own child. I would love to have you join us. If you've not registered, you're the only one left out too. If you've not registered, you are the only one outside. Please do that now because we'll be shutting up by 12 midnight today. Register now. Send us a DM so we can get you onboarded for that Pacesetter Foundational course. And you are going to have guides, even help you with different aspects. One, the eye contact playbook is there. The thriving through the holidays is there. The Pacesetter Parents Progress Tracker is there. The reset. You have 4 guides. That alone is even over the amount of the course. It's just like a giveaway. It's like giving back to the society. And that is why if you have not registered, it's not up to the amounts you used to buy data on your phone. It's not up to the amounts you used to subscribe for DSTV. or for you to buy one pizza. You can help your child. See, God is a rewarder. If you play your part, because why one of the things that made me to move the way I was moving, I realized that this child, I will answer to God for this child. Because this child was in heaven, I was the one that went to bring him now. Did he ask me to give birth to him? I gave birth to this child, so I should be responsible. My mentor will say the day you decide to give birth, you lose the luxury of doing anything you want to do. So see it like a service unto God. That's a whole destiny. That's a whole life. See it like a service unto God, and you do your part. And God is seeing your commitment. It will make him, because he's too faithful. Seed time and harvest will never cease. That's one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible, Genesis 8:22. As long as the earth remaineth, seed time, cold, summer, winter, day and night shall not cease. So he's not a respecter of whoever you are. If you put in the work, you're going for right information, you're going for knowledge, you are putting in your best, God is committed to doing his part. He won't do your part that you're supposed to do for you, but he is committed. He will do his own part because he has promised us he will never fail. So I am leaving you with this today, that God is too faithful to fail. He's too reliable. He's too dependable. And we would love to have you tomorrow. If you have not yet registered, send us a DM as soon as possible. Send it right now, even as we are still on the stream, to register for that course. And if you know those that will benefit from this course, let them come. We can even give a discount to a group of persons, a group of 10, a group of 5. They are going to have further discounts. We can still give them the 10,000 naira discount we gave last week during the course of the Intentional Parenting Conference we had. They can still pay. It's not about the money. Let them get the right tools to move and embark on this journey. That is very vital and most important to us. We are doing the Lord's work. And thank you for joining. I do not take your time for granted. See the time, see how many people on the stream. It shows that you are committed to helping your child. And God will surely bless you for it. He will give you the strength to do this. And you will see your child thrive. Because I told God, I said, others will not leave home and be there, and I will be babying an adult at 80. I said, no, it will not be my lot. God is too faithful. I don't take your time for granted. I appreciate your time greatly, and I thank you for joining today. And tomorrow, we're going to have our time tomorrow, 2 p.m. because the Pesetal Foundational course is taking off tomorrow. I'm so excited about what God is going to be doing. So come with your writing pads, come with your pen, come with your journal. Come expectant, come excited, because it's just going to be the beginning of an amazing journey for you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you, Juliet. I can see all of you. Thank you, and goodbye for now.